Welcome to On the Chain.
Let's talk a little bit about Charlie Gasparino. Obviously, he's one of the on-screen talents over there at Fox Business. And Ellie Terrett, we've had her on the chain as well. But let's put this up here. So this is the tweet that I was thinking of in general. So Mark said, you know, Gasparino is trolling the XRP community, doesn't care about the facts, whether for his own ego fluffing or some more nefarious purposes. The best response is to starve him of the attention he craves. Please retweet with your blocked screenshot. And of course, this is Charlie's thing, and there it is, blocked. It's blocked, Jeff.
Did he block him?
He did, yeah. And the call here was like, hey, starve him of the attention he craves. Go ahead and retweet it, and retweet this with your blocked screenshot. So I don't know how many people did that, but iSky, Gary Gensler resigned, said, I did the same yesterday. Ignore the FUD.
So there, it's crazy to see how much stuff has been going on, you know, back and forth.
Yeah, Jim Hyatt said, I have no idea why people are so up in arms about this guy, what this guy says. Does anyone actually listen to him speak at length about any of this stuff on TV? Sounds like a fool to someone who actually knows what's going on. Who cares what he says? And the funny thing about it, Jeff, is honestly, the only people I've ever blocked are people, and even if people like they come out and they disagree with me and they say they were you're a jerk, and I'm like, I don't care. You don't want to know why, Jeff? Because I care about free speech. And the best thing about free speech is sometimes the most important thing is there's gonna be disagreement. But
so here's the question: did he ever apologize to what he said about Jeremy Hogan?
I don't believe he did, but it got worse, Jeff. He's got a worse tweet floating out there than the one about Jeremy Hogan. Stefan Huber.
That was another one.
Do we have that tweet? Because that one I thought was really bad.
That was pretty bad. In the meantime, you know, here's what Charlie has been up to earlier. And he was saying here, instead of going down the Hinman ethics violation rabbit hole, XRP community should be putting pressure on the SEC about how SBF, FTX token, FTT, somehow managed to evade the fate of Ripple XRP with Gary Gensler. FTT was an integral part of the FTX Alameda ecosystem. So now, why should the XRP community put an hyper focus on FTX? It's a foregone conclusion. Yes, we know there's a connection. His company is now crashed. There's going to be discovery, is now, you know, going to court. So there's going to be some information on it. And if the XRP community is concerned about the XRP digital asset, when there's an ongoing case that is influencing the entire crypto ecosystem right now, which is the SEC v. Ripple, why wouldn't the XRP community be hyper-focused on what's going on with the SEC v. Ripple, as most communities within the crypto space should be? They should mostly be focused on, hey, what's the outcome of this SEC v. Ripple case going to look like? And how did the SEC, you know, overreach in what they've done starting from day one when they dropped the lawsuit? And so, Chip, there's a lot that goes on with that. Charles continues here. He said that commingled everything. Scaramucci took FTT as part of SBF Skybridge investment, which has the smell of an unregistered security of itself. Yet SBF has multiple White House Gary Gensler meetings without a peep. The Hinman focus is a diversion that hurts the XRP cause. It might very well be, you know, I mean, we've talked about that. What are your thoughts?
You know, the funny thing about it is I just don't understand. What does that have to do? Honestly, it's like, okay, what does that have to do, Jeff? I mean, with the whole, with SEC v. Ripple, it's like SEC came after Ripple. It was definitely an overreach. It's ponderous of why exactly they did it. And I kind of get what he's saying, but where I lose him is when he say what the XRP community should be doing. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Are you the arbiter? Are you the person who's going to now explain to the XRP community? Are you the new ruler of the XRP community? Is it no longer BitBoy? Is it Charlie Gasparino that's in charge of that? You should be. No, we shouldn't be doing anything. And it's like, I I just don't. It's just misplaced. It's very bizarre, the whole thing. I mean,
It is bizarre that he's continuing to double down on it. Even more so that he's blocking people. I mean, he's a professional journalist on Fox Business.
okay, but hang
The
on.
fact that he's engaging with the community, I think, has been great. You know, right from the get go. But there's just the way things are unfolding is very bizarre. You know, just similar to what happened, you know, on the House floor with Mike Rogers and
Matt
Matt
Gaetz.
Gaetz. And so now today, you saw Mike Rogers come out and apologize. And he said, you know, just he got heated in that moment.
Yeah,
And then
Gaetz
Matt
was
Gaetz
cool
came
with
out and
it.
said, yeah, you know, we're cool. You know, he's going to be the chair, you know, and they're going to get along and business as usual. And they're going to go back to everything's going to be great. And that's how they came out to apologize. This thing is going on far too long.
Yeah, it
You know,
has.
this
It has
tweet
gone
battle.
along, but the thing about it is, like, look, I have to look. I still have to focus on the bigger picture. And, you know, maybe it's silly. I don't agree, and we talked a little bit about this yesterday. Hey, if you have a disagreement with someone on a subject, keep it about the subject matter. Don't go after somebody personally. And so personal attacks, they go both ways. And Charlie's gone after a couple people personally. Now, I know he's got this kind of a really dry, kind of awkward sense of humor, if you will. So a lot of he's doing this in jest. He's not real serious about it. He's flipping through his feed. He does something. But Jeff, now this came up. I couldn't find the other one with Stefan Huber, but I did find this one here. And this is Stefan Huber says, this is just too good to ignore. You cannot make this stuff up. So on the left side, there's a tweet about, I can't tell you how many times I hear bought and paid for by random dolts on Twitter. This is Charlie Gasparino's tweet. Must be the favorite excuse for grown men who live with their moms, believe in conspiracy theories, and lose money trading. Sad. Ha! Right? And if you look over here on the right, this is a book that Charles Gasparino wrote called Bought and Paid For. And I wasn't exactly 100% sure if that was true, so I did look it up on Amazon and a couple other sources. And here it is right here. There it is. The Hidden Relationship Between Wall Street and Washington. Bought and Paid For by Charles Gasparino. Yeah, kind of a weird thing. So he can't tell you how many times he's heard it, but apparently he wrote it. Now, is it the same guy? Let's look. I don't know. That looks like a younger Charlie Gasparino to me. It's hard to know. Is that the same guy? Let's look and see if that's... Yeah, this is when he was with CNBC. So this book's old. Was an online editor for CNBC and columnist for the Daily Beast and the New York Post, the freelance writer for Forbes. Yeah. So that is the same guy, but that's just a younger version of him. Jeff, come on. Look at this. This is like crazy, right? He can't tell you how many times you heard Bought and Paid For, and he wrote the book on Bought and Paid For.
I mean, this is a classic. It really, you know, man, you can't make this stuff up as we progress through this. Things can't get any crazier. It really,
yeah. Well, let's
really
look through there. So I want to scroll through here because this just goes some of the weirdness that's going on. So Alice One says, you know, smarter minds than yours disagree with you. Add me to the list of people who know XRP is the chosen currency going into the future. Knowing how you suddenly are so negative on XRP, it may mean that you are truly bought and paid for. Carry on exposing yourself. And Charles Gasparino said, no one is smarter than me. Someone else said, you're a puppet. Blah. And this was the one Mr. Intuitive put this up. He said, throwback to when Liz Clayman attempted to be honest, but Gasparino had to come in defense of the hedge fund buddies. 130% of shares shorted, conspiracy. Right.
But you know what's strange? If you look at how Laura Ingraham, Hannity, and Charles Gasparino have all kind of behaved now as of late, over the past couple weeks, a lot of bizarre things, you know, within their, you know, their kind of sphere of influence. You know, I don't know. I mean, it's, you know, we just saw, you know, our republic at work. You know, we have a constitutional republic, and we just saw it at work for the past couple weeks. You know, we're with 15 votes on the House floor to elect a Speaker of the House. And yet the mainstream media, including some of those from Fox News, went out to continuously attack, you know, people that were willing, you know, to put everything on the line to go through the process the way it's meant to be gone through. But what's going on with Fox News?
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.